I'm blocking. I'm coming someday. Dodging, maybe. Yeah, not bad. At least I can advance. Actually.
Welcome back, boys. Or if you're new here, I stream on Twitch. You can get the link in the description in my schedule. But I got an item guide for you. This is going to be tank setup, right? So if you see at the top left, we got starting items, boots, the general things you're going to want to be buying. You almost always want to start either D-Shield or Health Crystal. Health Crystal helps if you're scared of dying level 1 and 2, say to like Jax or Irelia or something like that. D-Shield helps if you're going to stay in lane for a while, right? So for our first build, we got Hullbreaker, Titanic Hydra, Sunfire Cape. At those 3 items, this is the Scion split push build. You're going to be an absolute monster. Next on the builds, we got the Frostfire Warmog support item, Abyssal Mask, and Randuin's Omen. Now, this is a Korean build. This is the rank 1 Shyvana Top in Korea's build when he gets behind, right? So once he gets his 2 items, he likes to go that support item, start stacking gold, looks to roam. Up until then, he stacks tank. For build 3, we got Gore Drinker, Hullbreaker, Death Stance, absolute monster at 3 items. I mean, you're going to be pretty much unkillable if you're into an AD team. Sometimes, say the enemy team is about 50-50 armor AP, you're going to want to go Stone Plate 3rd item instead, right? This is if you want to have like the maximum amount of tankiness while still being a bruiser, right? Still being able to carry. Good for low elos, but I still recommend tank overall. Very solid. On the next 2 builds, we have a variation of the Frostfire Warmogs. Comes in with a Demonic Embrace, Stone Plate, Sterex, right? This is more of like if you get fed, if you're completely rich when you go these first 2 tank items. I mean, if you build those, you get that 6 items, you're going to be unstoppable. Like, trust me, Sterex Stone Plate makes you a monster if you get them. And after that, we got Frostfire, Demonic Embrace, Abyssal Mask, Warmog, Stone Plate. Kind of like a DPS over time, right? The Warmog gives you that extra HP healing, extra AP on Demonic Embrace. We got the Stone Plate just for that end game armor and MR boost and the shield, which is going to be pretty much 1400 at that point. All right, next up, we got an amazing viewer made build. This is the Sunfire, Rylai's Demonic Embrace, Stone Plate, Sterex. Shout out Mr. What's in the Cooler. I mean, this build's really fun. Like, you can take any rune with it you want, but once you have that Sunfire, Rylai's combo, it's about 5k gold. You're insanely tanky. Your E's hitting hard, and people cannot run, so the Sunfire gets maximum gold value. Now, for the build at the very end, this is a solo queue special. I recommend if you're playing this, mute your team, right? You don't need their input. I've been pinged a lot playing this build, but I love it. Hullbreaker into Anathema's Chains, Frostfire, Abyssal Mask, Randuin's Omen. Now, these are all items that cost about 2800 gold. So you're going to be full build when an enemy's at about 4 expensive items, which makes an insane difference, especially if you get ahead, because you'll be at like 5 items, people will be at 3, right? So let's move on over to the runes, boys. We got the classic runes, same thing as my last guide. I just think these runes are insanely undervalued. The only things you might want to think of changing is, say you're up against high CC comp, you want to swap in tenacity where it's available, right? In the resolve tree, that would be unflinching, and precision, that would be legend tenacity, I think it's called. But we like to take Ravenous Hunter, Taste of Blood, just for that late game power spike. I mean, you only have to roam once, maybe have 2 team fights, get an insane 8% Omni Vamp, right? And then on the main runes, we have things like Phase Rush there as an option, right, guys? Because if you verse Nasus, you want to be able to remove his slow. Like, that's a special use case, but it is very fun, right? And you want to be taking Ghost if you go Phase Rush also. And I highly recommend Ghost TP, right? Because you're so tanky, you don't need Ignite. And Ghost will help you escape lane ganks. And late game, it resets on kills. So you absolutely can just run people down. Alright, guys, I'll be releasing a AD item guide and an AP item guide soon. If you enjoy this, check out my stream. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. You can check it out in the description. Thanks for watching, boys. Peace.